Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught near the sideline, it's Guerrero. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason, because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
He wants to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. That 55-yard field goal attempt went awry, and now to make matters worse, they'll give it up 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, USC!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hurst. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. After run, now throw. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Hoosiers are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Absolutely perfect. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do...
He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Trojans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots.
Nothing but green ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice job playing physical by the defense. That's a great job. He catches the ball, gets a yard, and the defense goes, no, sir, you go no more. And now, next time he catches it, where's that dude at? I'm going to find him. Stay away from him.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Able to get one down to the 15.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Give to Brown. Nice move to keep running. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early.
Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Sims. Pressure coming. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-man situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on...
Off he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on first down. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. That's caught. It's West. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To throw, it's Cherry. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Bloomington. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Sims. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Quarterback will audible. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Sims. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive that
just keeps moving. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. To the ground, he's got it again. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. Plows through the defense. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can...
All kinds of running room. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. using the quick game. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Sims. He's got the back in the middle.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Quickly complete. Touchdown Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Beavs had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got him downfield. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Running with power. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Sims. This time he's got it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a... And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be brought down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Cherry. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The quarterback takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle.